You may be seated. Please welcome to the podium Senior Class Secretary, Mackenzie Colgren.
On behalf of the graduating class of 2016, I welcome and thank all of you for joining us on this special day. Everyone sitting in this room has touched our lives in one way or another. Some challenged us to reach new heights, while others provided endless support and gave us motivation when we needed it most. Parents, teachers, family, and friends, we thank you for being our cheerleaders, mentors, and role models throughout our journey. Without you, we would not be crossing this stage today. Class of 2016, we have been through a lot together these last few years, and we finally have reached the moment we have been waiting for, the next step in our journey. Today is a day of celebration. It is a day to look back and be proud of everything we have accomplished, as well as to look forward to everything we will do next. Without further ado, please help me in welcoming the Salina Central Band and Orchestra under the direction of Mr. Ben Rohr and Mrs. Lindsay Modine.
Thank you, Mrs. Modine, orchestra, band, and Mr. Rohr. At this time, I would like to introduce our guests who will be participating in our ceremony this afternoon. Guests, please stand as I introduce you and remain standing until all have been recognized. Seated behind our graduates, the faculty of Salina Central. On stage, Jonna Vossler, USD 305 Board of Education President. Nedra Elbel, Vice President. Board members, Carol Brandert, Brett Cooper, Ramona Newstrom, Marianne Trickle, and Ann Zimmerman. Superintendent of Schools, William Hall. Our special guest, Mr. Chris Pauls. Assistant Principal, Jenna DeLay. Assistant Principal, Scott Lee. Senior Counselor, Shelda Berger. Senior Class Sponsor, Deanna Cullens. Thank you for joining us today. I would now like to introduce Student Council President, Zachary Hilbig.
Good afternoon. My name is Zachary Stewart Hilbig. In the past few months, I've attended 2 speaking engagements. Both speakers from these events talked about building their speech around a chapter of their lives or piecing a book together based upon their experiences. Unlike these speakers, such as our very own Gary Goodwin, perhaps our grandpa as we call him, today I will not be speaking about the process of writing a book. Instead, I'll be speaking to you about the power held within the growth mindset principle. We have all walked the hallways of Salina Central, Lakewood Middle School, and our respective elementary schools for several years. I've come to know most all of you, whether you realize it or not. Through screaming our lungs off at football games, trying to be the #1 student section in Kansas, or dancing our hearts out at the very first Crave dance, we came together as one. It's amazing to look back and recollect on the times we've all had together. It is you that has made a difference in my life, and I hope what I say today sits in your mind and makes a difference in yours too. Have you ever heard of the growth mindset principle? Some of you may remember Mrs. Darcy Leach, a Salina Central graduate, as well as the former gifted consultant. She was the one who instilled this idea within me. A growth mindset represents a person's belief that their most basic abilities can be developed through dedication and effort, meaning brains and talent are just the building blocks of our success. Some may believe that people are born smart or born as leaders, but contrary to belief, it is not that simple. The growth mindset principle focuses on developing the characteristics needed to be successful over a period of time. It prioritizes initiating improvement rather than relying on the basis of intelligence one was born with. With the growth mindset principle, you begin to understand that leadership potential can be developed. Leadership is and always will be important. I've represented you as your class president and student council president for the past 4 years. While my position may be more visible, it is essential for you to all realize that as we walk out these doors today, we will assume our very own leadership roles in the world around us. No matter what position we choose or role we play, it is crucial for all of us to remember that we set the example for the individuals we meet each and every day. No matter what our choices are in life, it will be important for us to focus on who we are and what we can be over time. Believing in oneself, choosing to persevere through the hard times, and continuing to think forward with a focus on lifelong learning will not only improve ourselves, but demonstrate to others who we can be with hard work and determination. In the words of William Shakespeare, we know what we are, but know not what we may be. Be the leader who you would follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Joining me on stage is Trey Collins, Senior Class Treasurer, to introduce our guest speaker.
It is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker this afternoon, Mr. Chris Pauls. He is an associate pastor at New Community Christian Church. His pastoral duties include coordinating music, preaching, teaching, and leading the youth high school ministry. Mr. Pauls is the husband of Amanda Pauls, and together they have 3 amazing little girls, Nora, Charlie, and Ada. Prior to full-time ministry, he was a teacher in Sylvan Grove and most recently at Salina Central for 3 years. According to Mr. Pauls, he will always be a Mustang at heart. He has taught music, graphic design, photography, art, and has even dabbled in theater technical direction during his 5 years as a teacher. He has a passion for learning new things and creating relationships with people. Mr. Pauls received 2 bachelor's degrees from Fort Hays State University in fine arts and secondary education while meeting the love of his life and realizing that life was more about being connected with people than accomplishing tasks. Besides being a professional artist, he is an avid do-it-yourselfer who enjoys roasting his own coffee, building and playing musical instruments, watching movies, and eating tacos. He believes that the most important thing in life is to be able to share it with somebody. His personality is abounding, and he feels extremely honored and that it is a great privilege to spend time speaking to the class of 2016 today. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Chris Pauls.
Coolest selfie ever. Man, thank you for the welcome, and really hope I don't screw this up now. Thank you guys so much for the opportunity to speak to you on this awesome and inspiring occasion. You are celebrating a great accomplishment today, and as family and friends and mentors, educators, members of the Board of Education, we celebrate with you. So congratulations on your success thus far, and may it continue in your future. In preparation for this address, I did what any of you good students does when a challenging task is presented to you. I Googled how to do it well. And in my research, I learned that 10 to 15 minutes is the ideal time frame. So I'm making a promise to you now. I'm going to nail it. I'll meet that goal. What I'm supposed to do now is give some advice, tell a few stories, and above all, just not be boring. So here are a few pieces of advice, and I'd like to start with a story. A few months ago, I received a phone call from Mrs. Deanna Collins about whether I was interested in speaking at your commencement or not. And I have to admit, I was a little worried that it was a joke. My brain promptly exploded into a decent number of emotions, kind of all at the same time. I immediately felt honored, excited, loved, terrified, insecure, and a little bit sweaty. I quickly thought of the few past commencement speakers I had heard speak, and I remembered a few details like PhD added to the end of their name, with a list of awards that they had received for their remarkable accomplishments, and I began to have some doubts about my ability to do the job. And if I remember correctly, my first reply was an enthusiastic yes, followed by, why me? I mean, I know my kids are adorable, And if you follow my wife on Instagram, you know that as well. And my whip and my nene are pretty money, but those things hardly qualify me to deliver the address on one of the more memorable moments of your lives. It was the answer that I received to that question, why me, that has inspired what I'll be speaking to you about today. Mrs. Cullen said, "The students that select the graduation speaker decided they didn't want somebody they don't know, and they respect you, and felt as though you were someone who wasn't afraid to follow their passion and could share some insight on that." I have to tell you, I was floored. Nobody really knows this, but when I hung up the phone, walked back into my office at New Community Christian Church, I sat on my big leather couch that I have in there and I cried. Not because I was afraid to speak, not because I thought I would say something stupid. Those of you that know me well know it's probably coming. But I cried because the answer that she gave me resonated with something that I believe is very important about the lives that we live. It wasn't because of accomplishment or success or fame that I was asked to speak to you today. It was about connection. The students involved in that decision wanted to hear from someone with whom they could connect or have already connected with. My first teaching job after studying art and education at Fort Hays State University, go Tigers, and student teaching with Larry Collins at Salina Central was at this small school in USD 299, Sylvan Grove. I had recently graduated and I applied to schools across the nation. I think if I remember, I applied to 55 schools. Looking for a position teaching art, and after a few months had heard back from none of them. You can imagine what that does to your self-esteem, and you start to question your ability. Well, I finally got a call from a tiny school about 60 miles northwest of Salina that desperately needed a special education teacher. A school was starting in 3 weeks, and they'd been unable to fill the position. I remember thinking, why'd you call me? I'm an art teacher, I'm not a special education teacher, and I didn't even apply at your school. It turns out that a very well-respected relative of mine had mentioned that I was looking for a job and that I possessed the character and potential that they were looking for at Sylvan Grove. That recommendation, coupled with what I would assume is a desperate need to fill the position, quickly led me to my first job in a field that I should have never been considered for. And I thank God every day that even though I was reluctant to accept it, I accepted the position. And I'm thankful because I learned more in that year about myself and the importance of relationships with other people than I had learned in a very long time. My first day, upon hearing that this was my first job in education, a veteran teacher of 40 years told me, "Son, good luck. Kids these days just don't respect authority." I didn't really know how to reply to that because at 24 years old, I felt kind of like a kid still, and I wasn't really sure if I respected authority or not. So I didn't know what to say. I said thanks, and I walked to my classroom, and I pondered what was going on. I thought about that statement all day, and I realized on the drive home, no, students don't respect authority for the sake of authority. What they respect is honest relationship. They respect being treated like people. They respect being talked to, and most importantly, they respect being listened to. I made a goal that school year to work on developing real and honest relationships with my students because I knew that they might not learn a ton of things from me that year, as I was pretty sure I had no idea what was going on. But I wanted my students to know at least this one thing, that they were cared for and they were loved by me. I can tell you what I learned and what every great teacher in this room knows. Respect for authority comes through honest relationship, and real relationships take hard work because they require humility, honesty, vulnerability, and the ability to care for someone else more than you care for yourself. Over the last 12 years or so, you've heard a lot about hard work, accomplishment, success, and the need to do well in school so that you can graduate and move into adulthood. You'll hear even more about success and accomplishment as you move into the workforce, college, and military service. Now, don't get me wrong, success and accomplishment are great things. I think they're important. Your accomplishments over the last few years have taught you how to persevere, how to push yourself, how to take risks, and how to overcome. But hear me today. All of the success and accomplishment in the world means nothing if you don't have someone to share it with. Your grade point average, your diploma, your next job, your trophies, your medals, and your prizes, will mean very little in the grand scheme of life if they are void of connection with other human beings. Connection keeps us in the present. Real relationships give us the ability to dream about the future while we share about our past. But more importantly, they allow us to live in the present and enjoy a moment together. My hope is that the class of 2016 will dream huge dreams about the future, and I've had the privilege to hear some of your dreams. And I'm excited about the future that you get to create. I'm excited that you'll do amazing things with your gifts, your talents, and your abilities while you remember how you got here. But more than that, my hope is that all of us in this room today are able to see what is going on around us and savor the simple joy that is living life in the moment. So if you'll humor me for just a moment while I've got the floor, it's pretty exciting to be able to look around at this many people and ask them to do something. I'm going to ask you to take a look to your left or your right, look behind you, shake the hand of somebody next to you, and tell them with genuine honesty, thank you for sharing this moment with me. Careful, if you clap too long, I'll go over my time limit. Very soon, you're going to move from the importance of good grades, studying and working hard to achieve your best in athletics and academics, into the importance of working hard to achieve the promotion that you want, or saving for your retirement, or building yourself a stable future. And while those things are good things, I urge you not to forget the relationships and the connections you get to make along the way. I urge you not to miss out on the joy around you as you bullet forward to this fictional finish line that we've created that says you've made it and you can finally be happy now. In my 30 years as a human on planet Earth, I've noticed that every time I accomplish a task that I believe will bring me fulfillment, I'm left wanting. It's in the interactions and connection that I have with other people that I've been fulfilled. And I believe firmly that we all have a story to tell. And the beautiful thing is that the more tangled and interwoven our stories become, the better they get. When you get the opportunity to tell your story, please take it. You never know where it may connect with someone else's. And when you get the opportunity to hear someone's story, dive in, because you never know where it will connect with yours. One last piece of advice I'd like to give you is don't take life too seriously. Don't treat this gift that we've been given like a mission rather than an experience. Now, this takes a tremendous amount of humility to accomplish because it means that you can't really think that you are more important than other people. Don't think of yourself as so important that you miss the value of those around you. Don't think of your plans as so important that they trump the doors of opportunity that will show up along the way. Find people to laugh with, to cry with, to enter into conflict and resolution with. Learn to empathize. Learn to laugh off mistakes and take risks. Don't beat yourself up about failing. Mistakes are only failures if you don't learn something from them or they kill you or somebody else. You're never too important to laugh at the occasional fart joke or fall down the stairs. I'm a big fan of a musician named John Mark McMillan. My 3-year-old and my 2-year-old daughters love to listen to his music as well. And they were recently watching a recording of a concert that he performed in his hometown of Charlotte, North Carolina. And in between songs, John Mark took this moment to explain a song he had written called Love at the End. And I honestly don't believe that I could ever put into words what I'm trying to say to you today as well as he did. So allow me to paraphrase and blatantly rip him off. He said, I've been doing a lot of thinking about what makes a person successful and what makes a person whole. I was doing an interview recently and someone asked me, what's your biggest accomplishment? And I told them, I don't look at what I do in terms of accomplishment. The thing that brings me the most satisfaction is sitting on the porch with someone I love and talking. Some days I think, what is an accomplishment? Is it that I've built a big organization or a lot of people know my name? In the end, none of that stuff feels as good as sitting across the table from someone, laughing a little, crying a little, raising a glass and hearing that thing go, bing. I believe that all of life is inside that sound. Bing. Fellowship, love, laughter, and all the things that we live for and are alive for include sitting down at a table, looking at a person and going, bing. So in light of John Mark's words, I wonder if you'll humor me one more time as I ask you to participate with me and recreate a moment from that concert recording that I love so much. As I close this afternoon, would you raise your glass with me? And let's look across the table at one another and bing. Thanks, that was really exciting for me. As you guys move on to the next stage of your life, my advice to you is this: be humble, be present, enjoy the moment, make connections, and tell your story. Salina Central Class of 2016, this is an honor and a privilege for you to have been part of my story, and I'm honored that you have invited me to be part of yours. Congratulations on your graduation, and best of luck to you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pauls. It has been an honor to have you with us today. Next in the program, we have Free Spirit under the direction of Mr. Ryan Holmquist. They will perform our alma mater, and I Hope You Dance. You'll find, as they're getting settled, you'll find the words of the alma mater on the back of your program. Please stand for the alma mater.
Hey, Ryan. Oh. Central High, our alma mater, we will cherish thee through the many years that follow to eternity. For our colors maroon and white, may our banners fly over unforgotten memories of Central High. Down the road of life we wander, you will always be Central High, our alma mater. Hail, all hail to thee. I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You got your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice, sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances if they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some foolish heart leave you bitter.
Thank you, Free Spirit and Mr. Holmquist. We will now hear from your senior class president, James Michael.
As we move on through life and handle the true tasks and responsibilities that life sends our way, our character will truly be tested. The way we handle each situation, no matter how important, our character will be displayed for all to see. When this testing takes place, we must remember who we are and show the virtues that define who we are. In the early 1600s, knights in shining armor followed 7 virtues that helped set the standard for people in the past and to this day continue to set a standard for young and old. The 7 virtues that these knights followed were hope, courage, nobility, justice, mercy, faith, and generosity. Although we no longer see men coated in hundreds of pounds of armor on horseback, these virtues that set a standard for people in the past still have an effect in today's society. When you hear the word hope, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Is it trust in the future? Is it a feeling of expectation and desire? We all have a personal definition that we use to define hope. But when it comes down to it, we all hope for a better future. We all strive to achieve those goals that we've had since we were little. The only difference is, now it's time to get serious. All of you here today, sitting in those uncomfortable chairs thinking of summer plans, have made it through the first stage in achieving your goals. Don't stop now. It can only get better. It takes courage to achieve your goals. It takes the ability to step out of your comfort zone and push for what you truly want. If you want the life you dream of, you have to be willing to go up to those people who intimidate you and ask for a chance. Be ready for any opportunity that comes your way and have the courage to take that opportunity. Living a chivalrous life can seem to be very difficult at times. It requires you to put your ego aside and do what is truly the right thing to do. This last fall, I learned what being chivalrous really meant and learned by the examples set by Coach Hall. When I first became a part of the Salina Central football team, I was nervous. I didn't even know if I'd step foot on the field. I showed up at 6:30 in the morning for that first summer conditioning workout with butterflies in my stomach and the mindset of give it all I got. When I first walked into the weight room, I was woken up with a very loud blow of the whistle and 20 quick push-ups. We all stood up and awaited the next orders from our coach. These words then came out of Coach Hall's mouth. I'm here to make you good football players, but more importantly, I'm here to make you better people. Although at times Coach's glare can make you scared for life, he has always done the right thing, not only for the players, but every student at this school. It was the simple things he did for each student that showed his true intentions of being a chivalrous man. He has helped guide me in the right direction on and off the field. Coach Hall is a man that I personally look up to, and he is the perfect example of what being chivalrous truly means. Generosity is something many of us struggle with. It's hard to be generous. I would know. I've always thought of being generous as donating money to church or a special charity, maybe donating old clothes to your local Salvation Army. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that the best way of being generous is giving time. We've all become so accustomed to receiving plastic items or money that we've forgotten how little time we and others have left on earth. Be generous. Ask your little brother to go out and play catch. Ask that grandpa that you haven't spent quality time with in years to go fishing. The most simple tasks in life can make the biggest difference. Character is shown even when no one is looking. Simple actions that go against what you stand for can quickly lead to a non-chivalrous life. It's that time in life when we all need to start taking responsibility for our own actions rather than putting it on someone else. I stand up here today and preach to you about being chivalrous, and I know some of you out there are probably thinking, why in the heck is he the one to be talking about being chivalrous? But it's a start. We've all made mistakes throughout our high school career, some of us more than others. Just ask my parents. Whether that be lying to your mom and dad or cheating on an important test, take responsibility for every mistake you've made and say you're better than that, then strive to do better. Make success from yourself, not off of someone else's work. Today, you have all reached that first step in living the life you strive for. But don't forget who you are and what you stand for. The next time you see an opportunity to do the right thing, I challenge you to do it. I know you all have an immense amount of swagger, but nothing looks or feels better than doing the right thing. If you've got nothing out of this speech, at least go home today with this simple phrase in the back of your head: doing the right thing for the right reason at the right time.
Thank you, James. Before we go on, I would like to take a moment to thank parents, family, friends, staff, community, and students. I have been deeply honored to be the principal at Salina Central High School and to preside over the graduation ceremonies during my tenure. Seniors. All of us are here today are getting ready to experience great change. Your family and friends will feel the change of you stepping into adulthood. The school you are leaving will be forever changed by construction and look very different the next time you step into your alma mater. Your friends will change as you go away to college or as you start a career. The change ahead of you will take you to new heights and will also tug at your heart. As I think of the change that lays ahead of me as I'm getting ready to take on a new opportunity and a new job, I am just like you, wondering how I can say goodbye to what I know. But life is full of goodbyes and new beginnings. Change gives us the opportunity to challenge ourselves within this world and begin anew. Seniors, each of you has earned a powerful tool, your high school diploma. It is going to help you with the perpetually changing life that lies ahead. It is the one constant that cannot be taken from you. So without further ado, it is now time to change from high school students to graduates. President Jonna Vossler, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Hall, as principal of Salina High School Central, I certify that the candidates for graduation in the class of 2016 have successfully completed all curriculum requirements as set forth by the state of Kansas in USD 305. I request that you acknowledge such by presenting each with a diploma. Class officers, please join me on stage. We will begin the presentation of the diplomas.
James Arvin T. Abelda, Brock A. Allstat. Jonathan William Andrewsack. Eric A. Aranda. Christian Taylor Arceo. Diego A. Arianes. Liliana Guadalupe Ayala. Brandy Dawn Bailey. Tatiana A. Ballard. Jacob A. Balthazar. Joshua B. Balthazar. Elijah A. Banton. Antonio Benuelos. Joel Andrew Barnett. Kinsey Madison Barton. Jolie Victoria Bartz. Reagan Hope Basinger. Tashiana Nicole Bass. Samuel P. Beck. Jacob T. Bellerive. Courtney Ann Berndt. Kira N. Beaker. Travis Daniel Bigler. Alina Giselle Blevins. Jacob D. Bostater. Molly Anastasia Bradbury. Dawson W. Bradford. Carly Annalise Burbach. Casey Dean Campbell. Garrett Lawrence Campion. Adrian James Castelli. Jacqueline Rivera Cervantes. Peyton Myers Chard. Grace Ann Clayman. Shaylee K. Cole.
Fatima G. Contreras. Jasmine Coronado. Esmeralda Cortez Ruiz. Mason Montgomery Corbett. Perry T. Cox. Morgan Dawn Crowder. Jamie D. Dawson. Jennifer De La Cruz Baeza. Nayeli De La Torre. Marco Antonio De Leon. Cody Cheyenne Delp. Aiden Danielle DeVere Sanderson. Aaron J. Dix. Ayana M. Dixon Brown. Braxton M. Duran. Persephone Consuela Duran. Penny Lou Dyke. Alexis K. Edison. Jack Cortland Enriquez. Jack J. Enriquez. Angel A. Esparza. Brian Enrique Espinoza. Ronald L. Eubanks. Aaron William Farmer. Joshua Felix. Nancy Flores Meza. Tiara J. Fox. Patricia A. Franch. Abigail Lee Frazier. Mary Kate Freelove. Hannah Elizabeth French. Courtney Madison Gall. Felix Michael Garcia. Jesus O. Garcia. Juan Daniel Garcia.
Vernice Isabel Garcia. Kiana Rashay Garman. Tafau Malaya Utogi Garman. Nicholas W. Garst. Benjamin Lee Gentry. Jacob Robert Goebel. Riley Aaron Gertzen. Brianna Marie Grandy. Jared Lee Griffith. Zachary T. Griffith. Hunter Glenn Griffiths. Akia N. Hagen Depusois. Taven Allen Robert Haith. Keisha Marie Hamilton. Marshall A. Hansen. Terrell Taylor Harder. Jamie Lynn Hawley. Wesley J. Hawley. Jackson D. Helvey. Kylie D. Hemme. Dane Albert Lee Hoffman. Haley Ann Holman. Carlton Joseph Hoops. Anastasia M. Hoppick. Emily Nicole Ibera. Ben James. Joshua Dean James. Pedro G. Jasso. Wesley L. Jennings. Harrison D. Jett. Nash Drury Johnson. Liam Chase Jones. Paige Marie Jones. Alexis Nicole Carabinas. Emma Jane Casper.
Joshua Patrick Kavanaugh. Addison James Henry Kendall. Sydney Sarah Cook. Sydney Danae Casso. Evan Joseph Larson. Mark Jesse Wayne Leathers. Cole A. Liker. Lanisha Lynn Leemaster. Bianca Y. Lerma. Seth Inta CJ Luthapon. Grant Matthew Litton. Alan Enriquez Lopez. Carlos D. Lopez. Corbin Michael Luce. Eric Raymond McKinney. Aurelia M. Marcy. Elliot K. Martins. Cassandra Michelle Martin. Tara Sage Martin. Kira Joe Martin Price. Zan Margaret Maddock. Kaylee B. Matthews. Kimberly Ann McCready. Mia Nicole McDaniel. Jacob D. McHenry. Michael Jacob McMullen. Kirsten Nicole McWhorter. Trinity Lynn Ming. Jasmine E. Merrill. Jacob Earl Mills. Reagan K. Montre. Kelly Suzette Moreland. Noah J. Morgan. Megan Michelle Morrow. Brandon Frederick Mosier.
Brett M. Mosier. Maribel Anissa Nova. Kylie N. Nelson. Wes M. Nelson. Amy Wynn. Duncan R. Norman. Olivia Marie Opet. Noah C. Parks. Albert Enrique Panado Perez. Dalton Hull Peters. Nina J. Petrie. Alexis Rose Peel. Sienna L. Pogue. Nathan H. Poe. Wade Ivan Pugh. Jara Janae Richardson. Chloe Michael Rodenbeek. Victor Hernan Rodriguez Jr. Caitlin Lee Rosen. Alexandria Lynn Russell. Andrew Michael Rutherford. Vanessa K. Sater. Angel Antonio Salgado Coca. Taylor Sanborn. Ashley Renee Sankey. Erin Isabella Grace Schultz Gerke. Chantel Olivia Schuster. Alexis Lynn Scott. Thomas Gabe Seal. Tyree Lynn Sherbert. Jackson Cade Shetler. Christopher Shields. Casey Lynn Smith. Savannah Faith Smith.
Chance David Sorrell. Jacob Zephyr Sorrell II. Tristan M. Spicer. Genevieve J. Stainbrook. Catherine Gail Stanley Lorson. Corey David Steinley. Benjamin Thomas Strawman. Monica Cherie Sutherland. Holly Nicole Taylor. Cuta I. Thompson. Samantha Renee Torres. Kyle L. True. Grace Evelyn Truelove. Haley Grace Turner. Terrell Jordan Turner. McKaylee Elena Velasquez. Mason R. Venard Torres. Camry Nicole Wallace. Joshua Scott Walters. Stephanie Renelle Wands. Isaac Lee Ward. Casey J.D. Watkins. Kinsley K. Wise. Edward Orion Welch. Kelsey A. Wells. David Alexander Widener. Jacqueline Marie Weisendanger. Capri K. Willard. Justin Keith Williams. Alexander L. Wilson. Jennifer Ann Wolf. Riley Nicole Wamacho. Lindsay Wilson Wood. Charles Elijahwan Troy Zimmerman.
Trey David Cullens. Mackenzie Peyton Carlgren. Jetta S. Green. James Lawrence Michael. Darby Renee Miller. Zachary Stewart Hilbig.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest alumni of Salina High School Central, the class of 2016. Class of 2016, Vice President Jetta Green, please join me on stage to provide the farewell speech.
I would like to start by saying, congratulations, class of 2016. This is it. The moment we have all been waiting for our entire lives. It's been quite the ride. Through the ups and the downs, through the laughing with your best friends until you pee your pants, to the crying yourself to sleep at night because the love of your life for the past 2 weeks liked another girl's photo. Today is the day. A moment some of us thought we would never see because, well, let's be honest, we've all had that 2 a.m. Sunday night staring at a blank sheet of paper that should be 3 pages long by now, where we genuinely considered the pros and cons of dropping out. Deep down inside, even though deep down inside, we knew we could never actually go through with it. Despite it all, whether we are ready or not, our 12-year journey is finally at its close. However, I do not want any of you to think of this day as an end, but rather a new beginning. Whether high school was great for you or the utter bane of your existence, one thing is for sure. We still have our entire lives ahead of us, and I truly hope that all of you live it up to your full potential. I encourage you all to take risks and step outside of your comfort zone. Stare into the eyes of fear and pursue your wildest dreams despite the people telling you how crazy they are. If you take anything, just one thing from today's ceremony, or even high school as a whole, because I know some of you refuse to admit that you've learned anything relevant to the real world in your 12 years of schooling, I hope it is this. In the words of Steve Jobs, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And, most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. We literally all have the power to do and be anything that we want, so if at any time in your life any of you realize that you are unhappy, take a step back, take a deep breath, and do what you've lacked the courage to do the entire time. It's been real, class of 2016. This truly is a special class full of very unique individuals, and I cannot wait to see what life has in store for each and every one of you. I wish you all the greatest of luck in all your endeavors, even though I am confident that you won't need it. Now grab your confetti and stand with me. Turn your tassels to the left. On the count of 3, we begin the rest of our entire lives. 1, 2, 3.